I'd like to speak to you about how we think about the brain and the spinal cord. Most people think of the brain and the spinal cord as two completely separate structures that may have involvement with each other, but they don't think of it as one continuous organ. And so I'm going to challenge that for you. The brain, of course, as you know, is inside your skull, and it's continuous with your spinal cord. So there is no demarcation of when your brain stops and when your spinal cord starts. I mean, it's actually a continuous structure. So we label it, because that's what we like to do, is label things, as your brain being everything sort of above the entrance of your skull and everything below being your spinal cord. But your brain and spinal cord don't know that. And so the fact is, when you have any type of an insult or injury in your spine, it's affecting your brain tissue. It's impacting the signals that your brain and your spinal cord require for normal, healthy living function. And so what I want you to consider is the same type of significance and seriousness that we put to having a brain injury. You'd want to have that same understanding as far as the significance of having damage to the spinal cord or the spinal nerves that feed all the organs of your body. It's all the same. Essentially, it's brain damage. And so as a chiropractor, we are so specifically trained and focused on correcting any type of a disruption to that brain to body connection, to make sure that that spinal column is in the very best position possible for normal motion, for normal function, for normal communication from the brain into all the tissues of the body. So change your mindset around brain injury, neck injury, back injury. It's all impacting your nervous system, your central nervous system, which is ultimately the same system that's responsible for making sure that every aspect of your body is functioning the way it's supposed to maintain your body in health. So significant, so important. Glad to share that distinction with you today. It's all about your brain health, it's all about your spinal health, and it's all the same thing.